The message was meant for someone else. That's the lie my brain told me as I stared at my phone. Heart hammering so hard I could hear it in my ears. Can't stop thinking about last night. Wish you were here right now. I reread it 3 times. Then I saw the name above the chat. Diana Moore, my boss, CEO, single, brilliant, terrifying, and very much not the person I was dating. Before I could even process the level of my career-ending mistake, 3 dots appeared on the screen. Then her reply came. I'm coming over to your place now. I dropped my phone like it had burned me. I'm Ethan, 28, marketing manager at a mid-sized tech firm in Toronto. Nothing glamorous, rent too high, student loans too real, and the habit of overthinking everything. Diana Moore was the opposite of me in every way. Early 40s, sharp-minded, impeccably dressed, and the kind of leader who could silence a room just by raising an eyebrow. She wasn't cruel, just distant, professional, untouchable, which made this whole situation feel like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I paced my apartment, replaying every possible scenario. Was she furious? Was she joking? Was this some kind of test? I typed and deleted at least 10 apology messages, but nothing felt adequate. There was a knock at the door. 3 sharp taps. I opened it, half expecting to see my career standing there with a resignation letter. Instead, Diana stood in the hallway, coat undone, hair slightly out of place, eyes tired in a way I'd never seen before. "Hi, Ethan," she said quietly. I swallowed. "Yeah, I'm so sorry, that text." She held up a hand. "May I come in?" I stepped aside. The silence inside my apartment felt heavy. She looked around briefly and nothing fancy, just mismatched furniture and a stack of unopened mail on the table. "You don't have to apologize yet," she said, sitting down. "I didn't come here angry." That surprised me. She took a breath. "I came because a broken bar. Your message caught me at a moment I didn't realize I needed." I blinked. "I don't understand." She smiled, but it didn't quite reach her eyes. Neither did I. At first, she told me she'd been working non-stop for years, long hours, high expectations, always being the strongest person in the room. That night, she'd just returned from the hospital. Her mother had been diagnosed with early-stage dementia. "I got your message," she said softly, and for a second, I felt a broken bar scene, not as a CEO, just as a person. My chest tightened. I hadn't expected this. I should have clarified immediately, she continued, but instead, I got in my car and drove here, because I realized how lonely I've been. I sat across from her, unsure what to say. "I'm not here because of the text," she added quickly. "I'm here because I needed honesty, and maybe a little kindness." We talked, not about work, not about the message, about life. She asked about my family. I told her about my dad back in Pakistan, how he'd taught me that success meant nothing if you forgot to be human. About my mom, who called every Sunday just to ask if I'd eaten properly. She listened, really listened. Then she told me about her fear of losing her mother, of becoming someone who only knew how to lead but not how to feel. At some point, I made tea. We sat there, 2 people from completely different worlds, sharing silence that didn't feel awkward at all. There was a moment, just a brief only, where I wondered if this was turning into something else, but then she stood up. "This can't cross a line," she said gently. "And it won't." I nodded. "I understand." She smiled, relieved. "Thank you for being decent when it would have been easier not to be." At the door, she paused. "Tomorrow, we'll act like professionals again." Then she added, almost shyly, "But tonight a broken bar. Thank you for reminding me I'm still human." And she left. The next morning at work, everything was normal, or at least it looked that way. But something had changed. Diana was warmer. She checked in on people, asked how they were really doing. She encouraged flexible hours, sent employees home early when they looked exhausted. A week later, she called me into her office. "I want to be clear," she said. "Your job is safe, more than safe." She slid a folder across the desk. "A promotion. This is because of your work," she said firmly, "but also because you showed character, kindness, integrity." I didn't know what to say. She smiled. "The world has enough ambition. It needs more humanity." Months passed. Her mother moved into assisted care. Diana visited her every evening. Sometimes she'd mention how her mom still remembered kindness long after forgetting names. As for me, I learned something important, that mistakes don't always destroy things as sometimes they reveal them, that compassion can exist without romance, that boundaries don't make kindness weaker, they make it stronger, and that one accidental text reminded two people that being human matters more than being perfect. Now, whenever my phone buzzes, I still double-check the name before hitting send, but I also remember this: kindness, intentional or accidental, has a way of finding exactly where it's needed most, and sometimes the most unexpected moments can lead to the most meaningful ones.